Every night at midnight, a young man set up a glowing fruit cart under the stars. He didn't just sell fruits, he sold hope. But behind his silent smile was a secret, and not everyone wanted him to succeed. In the quiet village of Amberhill, a curious sight caught everyone's attention. A young man named Tony, just 21 years old, selling fruits under the stars. While others closed their shops at dusk, Tony's stall came alive after the village lights dimmed. Every night, from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., Tony's fruit cart, glowing softly with lantern light, appeared near the old banyan tree at the village square. His fruits were the freshest: sweet mangoes, crisp apples, juicy guavas, and his customers came not just for taste, but for something more: a sense of calm in his presence. Among the villagers was a quiet old woman named Mrs. Agnes, who never bought anything but often sat nearby, listening and observing with thoughtful eyes. But what no one knew was that Tony wasn't selling fruits just for money. He had a secret. Tony had lost his parents in a storm when he was only 6. Since then, he'd taken care of his blind younger sister, Emily, and his ailing grandfather, Grandpa George. During the day, he worked in the orchards. At night, he sold fruits not just to earn, but to fund Emily's eye operation. Despite his quiet strength and devotion, not everyone was happy with Tony's rising popularity. 2 longtime fruit sellers, Mr. Charles and Mrs. Sophia, had started losing business. "His fruits are expensive, yet people wait for hours," Charles grumbled. Sophia, who once ruled the market, burned with envy. "He's hiding something," she said coldly one night. Unable to bear their losses, Mr. Charles and Mrs. Sophia hatched a cruel plan. They decided to sabotage Tony's cart by mixing spoiled fruits into his stock, hoping customers would turn away in disgust. One fateful night, as Tony opened his cart, he was shocked to see customers frowning, holding up bruised peaches and sour berries. Embarrassed and confused, Tony closed early. That night, heartbroken, he sat by the riverside, unsure how he'd make up for the loss or pay for Emily's eye treatment. Just then, a wrinkled hand touched his shoulder. It was Mrs. Agnes. "I saw what happened," she said gently. "They tampered with your cart. You must not give up." Tony stared at her, speechless. "But why help me?" Mrs. Agnes smiled. "Because once, someone helped me too, and I know how hard it is to be kind in a world that's not." The next night, Mrs. Agnes showed up early, with dozens of villagers she had told the truth to. Tony returned to the square. The cart was full again, thanks to a kind orchard owner who donated a day's harvest. The people of Amberhill welcomed Tony back with open arms. But the biggest surprise came later that week. Emily's operation was fully paid for, thanks to a secret donation made in Tony's name. Tony was stunned. "Who?" Mrs. Agnes only smiled. It was then that Grandpa George revealed the truth. Mrs. Agnes was once a wealthy landowner known for her cold heart. After losing her son to illness, she had lived in guilt and silence. Tony's kindness had awakened something in her she thought she'd lost forever: hope. Months later, Emily opened her eyes for the first time in years, and the first face she saw was Tony's. "You brought light into my darkness," she whispered. As the monsoon season painted Amberhill green again, Tony's midnight cart became more than a fruit stall. It was a symbol of love, resilience, and second chances. Even Mr. Charles and Mrs. Sophia, ashamed of their actions, slowly mended their ways. Tony forgave them, proving once again that true kindness can't be stolen, only shared. Moral of the story: the sweetest fruits grow on trees that weather the harshest storms, and hearts too bloom when watered with love.
Thanks for watching. I hope this tale will help you to be motivated in hard times. Please like this video and comment what you have learned today.